You can feel it, can't you? That weird electricity when she looks at you and quickly looks away. That tension that lives in silence when no one says a word, but something's there. Here's the truth. When two people secretly have feelings for each other, it never hides completely. It leaks through their body language, through tiny glances, through the way time slows when you're near each other. But here's the problem: both of you are scared. Scared to ruin what's there. Scared to be the first one to say it. So instead, you both play it safe, pretending it's just friendship, when deep down, you both know it's not. Before we dive in, here's why this video matters. If you've ever looked at her and thought, does she feel it too, or am I just fooling myself? Stay till the end, because what I'm about to tell you will change the way you read every glance, every text, every silence. We post daily real talk about red flags, female psychology, and modern dating. So hit subscribe, tap like, and when something hits home, drop a comment below. Your story might be the one another man needs to hear. All right, let's get started. Why this happens? Let me tell you why this happens, and it's not because you're weak or confused. It's because your brain is wired for emotional safety. See, when a man starts catching feelings, his first instinct isn't to confess. It's to observe. He looks for signs, subtle cues that she might feel the same. He studies her tone, her reactions, the way she texts back. And women? They do the exact same thing, but on a deeper, emotional level. She'll test how you handle her silence. She'll notice if you remember small details. To her, your consistency is more attractive than your words. So before either of you says anything, a quiet dance begins, a psychological push and pull. She pulls away slightly, you chase. You back off, she suddenly appears again. It's not manipulation, it's fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of losing what feels real. That's why this video matters. Because once you understand the signs, you'll finally stop guessing and start seeing what's right in front of you. Sign 1. The emotional mirror. Here's the first sign. She mirrors you without even realizing it. Watch closely. When you cross your arms, she does the same. When you laugh, her smile lingers just a second longer than usual. When you lean closer, she leans too, not away. It's not coincidence. It's biology. It's her subconscious trying to build emotional connection. Psychologists call this mirroring, but really, it's just her body saying what her words are too scared to. Here's a simple example. You crack a small joke, not even that funny. She laughs anyway, but not that polite fake laugh. The real one, the kind where her eyes squint a little. Then she tries to calm herself down, maybe looks away for a second, embarrassed. That's a sign. She's emotionally in tune with you. Her body is syncing with yours. And no woman does that with a man she feels nothing for. You see, women don't fall for words. They fall for energy. If she's mirroring your gestures, matching your tone, or reflecting your emotions, her heart is already halfway open. Sign 2. The glance that lasts too long. Now, let's talk about eye contact. Because when there are mutual feelings, the eyes always tell first. If she looks at you, then looks away, and then looks back again, that's attraction fighting fear. That's her brain saying, don't stare too long, but her heart saying, I want to look again. It's those few seconds of silence between glances that give everything away. That's when your stomach tightens. That's when you know something's different. You can't fake that. And neither can she. Sign 3. She finds reasons to be around you even when there's no reason. When a woman has feelings, she doesn't always say it. Instead, she shows it through small, random reasons to be near you. Maybe she asks for help with something she could have done herself. Maybe she texts you about something small, like a meme or a random question, just to start a conversation. Maybe she hangs out with your friends, hoping to bump into you. Men often miss this because they're looking for clear signals. But women are emotional strategists. They communicate interest through presence. You'll notice she starts appearing more in your routine. If you're at the gym at a certain time, she somehow ends up there too. If you share a workspace or class, she sits closer, not too close, but just enough that your energy overlaps. She's not doing it by accident. Her subconscious is trying to feel safe near you, to test how it feels to be in your space. And here's something most men don't realize. A woman won't spend time near a man she feels nothing for. She might be polite, friendly, even talkative, but she won't linger. So when she keeps showing up, even when she doesn't have to, that's a real sign. That's her way of saying, I like your presence. I feel safe around you. I'm not ready to say it, but I'm not ready to walk away either. And when you start to pull back, that's when she notices. Because suddenly, her small reasons to be near you don't work anymore. And that absence hits harder than she expected. Sign 4, the mood shift. When her energy changes around you, here's where it gets deeper and harder to hide. When a woman has feelings, her emotional energy changes when you walk into the room. You'll feel it before she even says a word. Her tone softens. Her eyes light up a little. Or sometimes she gets quiet because her emotions overwhelm her. That's what makes women mysterious. They feel deeply, but they rarely reveal it in plain sight. Instead, they reveal it through contrast. You'll notice that she treats everyone normally until it's you. She gets more nervous, more playful, or more cautious. She might tease you, then suddenly get shy. She might act confident, but her voice trembles just slightly. Why? Because when a woman feels something real, her body betrays her. Her voice, her eyes, her breathing all shift without permission. And if you've ever felt that same nervousness around her, that same loss for words, that's the connection talking. It's mutual. Let me tell you this. When you both start to feel it, the air between you changes. You could be surrounded by people, but it feels like only the two of you exist. You're locked in a quiet moment no one else can see. That's not imagination. That's energy. It's chemistry trying to speak when words fail. And here's the truth. When two people share that kind of pull, it's almost impossible to fake or forget. No matter how hard you try to play it cool, your emotions always find a way to leak through. So if you've noticed her mood shifting when you're near, if she becomes softer, more alive, or strangely quiet, that's not confusion. That's attraction wrapped in fear. You both feel it. You both know it. But neither of you is brave enough to break the silence. And that's where most men get stuck, trapped between wanting to move forward and not wanting to ruin what already feels perfect. Sign 5. She remembers the small things you forget you said. You mentioned something once, maybe a random detail about your favorite song, your childhood pet, or how you take your coffee. Weeks later, she brings it up like it was carved in her memory. That's not a coincidence. That's care. When a woman likes you, she listens differently. She doesn't just hear, she stores. Your words become little pieces of who you are, and she holds on to them because they make her feel closer to you. Men often think women want constant excitement, drama, or attention. But when she's truly into you, the thing she wants most is connection. And connection lives in the small things. She'll notice your moods, when you're quieter than usual, when something's off. She'll check in softly. Are you okay today? That's her emotional radar working. And here's what's interesting, women don't do that for every man. Only for the one she can't stop thinking about. Because somewhere in her mind, you've already become someone worth remembering. When a woman starts doing this, she's not trying to impress you, she's investing emotionally. That's how you know the feelings are real. Sign 6, she gets protective in her own way. Most men miss this one. When a woman cares about you, she doesn't always say it directly, but her protective instincts quietly show. She'll defend you when others joke about you. She'll look uncomfortable if someone tries to flirt with you in front of her. She might pretend she doesn't care, but her eyes say everything. That's jealousy mixed with care, a natural emotional response when a woman feels something real. And here's the deeper truth. Women don't get jealous because they want control. They get jealous because, deep down, they're scared of losing what they haven't even had the courage to claim yet. It's that quiet ache that says, he could be mine, but he isn't yet. She won't always admit it, but you'll feel it in her silence, in her tone, in the way her vibe shifts when another woman's name comes up. And if you felt the same, that small sting when she talks about another guy, you already know. You both care. You're both pretending not to. The hidden pain men feel. Now let's talk about you. Because sometimes you start doubting yourself. You wonder, am I imagining all this? Am I reading too much into it? You replay conversations in your head, trying to decode every glance, every smile. And maybe you've been burned before. Maybe you've cared too much and it backfired. So now you hold back, trying not to look desperate, trying not to care first. But here's the truth, you're not crazy. You're just emotionally aware. You're noticing what most people ignore, the language of connection that lives in the small moments. And yeah, it hurts when you feel something real and can't say it. When you sense she feels it too, but both of you are trapped in silence. It's like standing in the rain, knowing she's right there, inches away, but neither of you moves. Because saying it out loud feels too risky. That's the emotional tension of mutual attraction. It's beautiful, but it burns. You feel alive and confused at the same time. And I want you to understand something important. You feeling deeply doesn't make you weak. It means you're human. It means you're capable of love, and not everyone is. You're not crazy for noticing the signs. You're just brave enough to feel what others run away from. When you stop chasing, everything changes. Here's the part most men never realize. When you finally stop chasing, everything changes. When you go silent, when you stop trying to impress her, when you start living for you, that's when she starts to feel it. Women can sense when a man's energy shifts. When you pull back with peace instead of anger, she feels the loss. Not because of ego, but because your attention had value. When you were always available, she didn't need to wonder. You were there, her safety net. But the moment you stop reaching out, the moment you go quiet, something inside her starts to whisper. Did I lose him? That's the power of emotional distance. It's not about manipulation, it's about balance. Because real attraction needs space to grow. And here's what usually happens, she starts thinking about you more. Your silence makes her question her own feelings. She replays your moments together, the jokes, the eye contact, the warmth. And slowly, she realizes something she didn't before. You weren't just another guy. You were the one who made her feel safe, seen, and wanted. That's when regret begins. Because a man who carries quiet confidence, who doesn't beg, chase, or prove, stands out. He's rare. He's powerful. So don't fear walking away. Don't fear silence. Sometimes silence says more than words ever could. Your calmness, your discipline, your self-respect, those are the things that make a woman remember you long after you've gone. And remember this, you never lose a woman by being too calm. You lose her by losing yourself trying to keep her. Reclaiming your worth, you felt the pull. You've seen the signs. Maybe you're even living this story right now, caught between connection and confusion. But here's what you need to know. Your worth was never meant to be proven through her attention. It was meant to be built through your purpose. Focus on your growth. Hit the gym. Build your craft. Chase the goals that light you up. Because nothing attracts like a man who's focused. When you stop trying to win her heart and start winning your own life, everything changes. That's when the right people find you. That's when she realizes you were never chasing her. You were becoming him. The man who doesn't beg for love. The man who gives it freely but never at the cost of his self-respect. The man who can walk away, not out of pride, but out of peace. You don't need to prove your value. You are the value. And one day, she'll see it, maybe when it's too late, maybe when you've already moved on, but she'll feel it. Because real presence leaves an echo. And your silence will speak louder than any message you could have sent. You're not invisible. You're not too nice. You're just learning how to protect your energy, and that's what powerful men do. Now tell me this, have you ever felt this kind of connection with someone? The one where you both know, but neither of you says it? All right, now we've covered everything. You know the signs. You know what to look for. Now it's your turn. Pay attention. Move smart. And if she's really the one you won't need to chase, she'll feel your energy. If something didn't click yet, watch this again, because the small details are what make the difference between guessing and understanding. And hey, if this video helped you see things clearer, hit subscribe and like. We drop new videos every day, red flags, dating truths, real psychology that helps men level up. And before you go, drop a comment below. Tell me what part hit you the hardest. Because your story might be the one another man connects with tonight. Now, go ahead, watch the next video on screen. It'll take everything you just learned to the next level.